Firstly, we did have that conversation earlier, and I do think, in a way, ironically, the open banking data conversation is a little bit of a red herring. If you want my strategic view of what's happening in banking, if you just think about your own lives, hands up who's used Uber. Okay. And out of interest, how many of you, well, I'm just going to give you my personal reflection, but I want to know what you all think because I am a data geek. One of the things I love about Uber is if you call a taxi, you never quite know if it's going to turn up, whereas with Uber you can see the little dot going around or whatever. Hands up if that resonates. Okay? Right, and the other thing is I never realised this irritated me, but I value property rights, so I do like using taxis, but what really irritates me is waiting at the end for the payment. Hands up who that irritates. Right. Now, I ask you, if you were in the taxi industry before Uber, you wouldn't have even thought of those two things as features, would you, right? So now just think about yourselves for a sec. Think about your personal finances and to the point of the product silos. So my assertion would be, I don't think anyone in financial services actually gives a rat's about my financial circumstances because they keep giving me sort of like brain-body disconnected messaging that they call marketing and basically are useless in the context of my world. So, maybe I'm being uncharitable, I don't know. If you think I'm not being uncharitable, please tell me who you deal with because, So my point is, that is what's ripe for disruption here. If we really put you, each one of us, in the centre of all this and made our lives easier in ways that we can't imagine, then I think that's the opportunity. And for me, the reason why I'm so passionate about the data bit of this is because, to the point, data enables automation and it enables that kind of change. So I'm obviously very passionate about it, but then I sit on the reg tech side of it as, Verifier day job, and I go, well, I'm not in the business of starting a digital bank, although, full power. But what I am very keen to do is enable people to get better outcomes. So part of that to me is the challenger banks and the purely digital banks, but it's also beyond banking for me. It's how do we get everyone's data that matters to them? So, for instance, wealth, banking, insurance, all the things that matter. So they're the lenses. So I see those platform changes as all about data, and I think that the data conversation is the bedrock.